My goal with this video is to simply prevent people from making the same mistakes that I did. From September 2020 to around April 2021, during that 6-month period, I increased my bench from 90 kilograms to 110 kilograms. I bulked up from 83 to nearly 89 kilograms, and I pretty much hit a PR, or at least increased the weight or the rep in some form or another every single week for 6 months. But that had a massive cost on my body, and I haven't been able to bench for about a year and a half now without pain as a result of it. So this is just a message and a warning to other people who get too carried away with the number, pushing it more and more and more and more. It's extremely addicting. You just want to go harder and heavier. And I was just so consistent, working out about 6 days a week, every month, eating loads of food, doing everything, sleeping, not even going out. Everything was dialed in, but I was just caring too much about the number going up and up and up. And as a result, I was pushing myself through, bad form to try and get that last extra rep. And I have damaged my shoulders significantly to the point where I can't flat bench anymore. I have to use dumbbells, and I've had to kind of let the ego attachment inside of me die and give up my favorite exercise, which was the flat bench press. Was my absolute favorite exercise, and now I haven't done it for over a year now, and now I just do dumbbells where I can have my shoulders in a more favorable position. I also, to try and rectify my problems, I get deep pain right up inside of here every time, and I can bench without pain. But dumbbell bench press without pain, but I still have to do it very carefully. So my main advice is to really consider. I know it's so difficult to do until it's too late, because you're just like, fuck it, I can do it, push yourself, go, 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 go. But I really, really hope that I can convince at least one person to just be a bit more careful with their form and stop thinking about, this is the last time you can hit a PR and worrying about hitting PRs every single week. It doesn't matter how strong I was able to get in that short period of time. I now can't bench press. So who cares about how much I can bench now? So what I do now is I do loads of rear delt stuff. You heard that click there, I wonder. Loads of rear delt stuff every workout. I do loads of stuff to work on my rotator cuffs all the time. And I do that on both push and pull days. And still, it's getting better, but I still don't think I'm going to bench for several years probably, because it's not worth the risk for me. And now I've changed my form for all my exercises. Instead of just focusing on more weight, more reps, I really slow down the concentric, which is where you actually build most of the muscle and the strength anyway. The eccentric, sorry. So the lowering portion is where I really slow down, and then I explode up, but not too violently on the concentric portion. So I'll just show you how I used to do pull-ups and how now I do pull-ups. So I used to just do weighted pull-ups. I go down, I go like going for it, and now I slow it down about this fast. And I do that exact same tempo for all my heavy movements now, because it's just simply not worth your ego. All it is your ego. It's simply not worth worrying about the numbers when your muscles don't even see the weight that you're moving. All they know is the tension that goes through them and the tearing that happens. So doing it slower and really squeezing it, I believe, gets you actually more gains anyway. So if you can overcome what is essentially insecurity because you feel the need to be benching 100, benching whatever, benching 80 in the gym so everyone else thinks you're cool. You have to let go of that. And I know it's so hard to let go of it until you've reached a level where you feel comfortable with yourself in the gym. But I really recommend actively trying to achieve that without just focusing so much on, oh, how much you bench, how much I bench, or putting your whole entire self-worth on your strength or the numbers. It's insecure, really. It boils down to insecurity. But I understand it. I don't blame it. I don't blame you or blame me. Or it's so appealing. You're like, yeah, I'm getting stronger. It's a great feeling. But don't do it at all costs. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. So that's all I have to say for this video. Change your form so that you're going to be able to work out for years and years. And then, think about how much it costs your gains to injure yourself. It's a huge cost. As soon as you injure yourself, you're going to have to take training off. And then you're going to have, it's going to be like people like David Lade, who just had to completely ease off their training for years because they just went bang, 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 bang as hard as they humanly could. It's good to push yourself hard, but if you're doing it at the cost of everything else, it's not sustainable, and it essentially is going to cost you gains way down the line, or even not that far down the line, but it's going to have a really detrimental effect on how many gains you're actually going to make down in the future, because you can't work out when in pain. And who wants to be constantly working out through niggling pain, which is what I have to do. I constantly have to be warming up loads, working out a little bit of pain, and it's just unsatisfying. You just want to feel good in your body. What's the point in working out if you're just going to be in pain and cripple yourself? It's just stupid. But it's just so difficult to change your actions until you have a massive pain point. And almost everyone has to have the mistake happen to them until they see the light, until they change their ways. And, I hope some of you have the foresight to be able to do that before you injure yourself, before something goes wrong. Because I knew how to bench, I had good bench form, but it was just because I was pushing myself way too far beyond my limits that no one can have good form at 99% of their fucking threshold. So, and also, you don't actually get the most gains by going to failure. You want to go to 1 or 2 reps shy from failure, because the amount of stimulus you get for hypertrophy only increases a little bit as you get closer to failure, but the amount of fatigue that builds up increases exponentially, so that it means you're so much sorer for only a little bit more gains, which means you can't get back in the gym as soon, which means you work out less, which means you make less gains overall. But anyway, bit of a ramble. Don't make the same mistakes I do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, check out any of my other self-improvement videos. If you like the video and want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Peace.